Okay. So, everyone, welcome to the show. Basically finishing up the illustration here, primarily with a few more lighting layers along with I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with the water. So first thing is, I've oh geez. I am totally ready. Okay, so first up is the fact that there needs to be more of a perspective on the whole why is my language changed? Please type in English. Right now it's not the same perspective as everything else, so we're just gonna change that. Don't actually have a good idea of how to do that outside of the way I've kind of done it so far. So basically just gonna flatten it out, probably try to create a intersection ideally of the water. That'll be the most ideal. Obviously the problem is I don't really know how to do that, so after I'm looking through and seeing if I can figure it out. Also, whether the we're looking through the water or from the top or from below the water, because the way you want to shadow out everything when you're looking through the surface of the water is fundamentally different from a clean view of, like, I guess the best way to explain it would be difference between the camera looking at things underwater from above, and if you just dunk the camera underneath and it's got a clear view from below. How do I just grab a bit and just absolutely smudge it? Also, the water layer itself, I think I want to add a little bit more green into the water. General, how I'm feeling. Let me just try. Let me just make it. Basically, what I have. Actually, can I just go like this? Can I just? All right. Let me try doing this. I'm gonna go. I not use that. Can I use other color? How do I swap these colors? Another thing I can do. Well, I want like a darker cross section right against the There's a shadow right now. This face indeed. How does water work? We're still question number one. Let's turn that off. I can even make this more jagged and in or what is this? How does water work? Let me see if making a darker layer right over the waterline actually helps here. And if it isn't obvious, I don't really know. Okay, let's grab a gray here. Just gonna go over the top of side. Going to. I don't want to do this. I want to literally just layer on very lightly right against the water. Okay. It's not. Nothing else there that's affecting that. That not. It's probably the foam in front of it, right? Fies. Let's just turn that off. This, in terms of the lower body, then more. Want to lift a couple of sections up. Okay, so if I do that and then get rid of. Okay, no, just turn this layer off. Just do it again. I use a pin for this actually. I want to do the same thing where I'm only working on top of this layer. Actually, let us bring in the water color and just use like a really thin streak of color here. I'm on the wrong layer. Where am I? Thinner. How's that? Thinner. That still feels really thick. Why? I feel like if it's that thin, I'm not gonna have much or very good in control with that. I do not have very much in control with that. What are thin parts of this? Man, how does water work? Oh dear. Oh dear. like draw a couple like random lines and see if I can smudge it out into something that looks somewhat correct. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's not. I feel like I need a stronger shadow along with it being. Why is that slightly off? I want the shadow directly over the leg. Actually, let's be smart about this. Where is... Oh, leg. This is water, legs, give me also, where's her tail? Give me... Reflection. I'm gonna go put a odd shadow over the top of the... Should it actually be a color burn or should it be... just be a hard model? What's it by a color burn? That looks insane. Shadow also needs to go over. I lighten up some parts of this to see. Really just a matter of do I want to cross section as well? Actually, can Clip Studio? I don't feel like I've ever done this. Let's get one A. I blur a part of. I have to. Oh no, I can isolate. Does that mean I want to... Let me see if I can figure this out. If I select all water, then... Okay, so let me select this one because I'm pretty sure that includes everything. So then if I go down to here, if I copy and paste just a bit underneath, then throw a blur over the top of them. Can I not just do like an adjustment layer or something? Hmm. Get the... I was trying to blur it a lot. Oh, that's a little annoying. Realistically, I want to blur out the bit underneath. But... Oh, wait. And then, where the heck is the ring? Give me this. Just going to do a separate shadow layer. Where's the shadow going? Bum, 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 bum. Up, up. Don't know how I feel about that. Alright, you know what, let's mess with other parts. I've got the overlay here. Not too much, or is it not enough? Be less, right? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Then here I want to. Actually, how do I feel about this? It looks a little bit less insane now that I got the separate layer in front of me. Let's go shadow. Okay, let me grab everything that isn't the swim ring, so... Oh, the whole Seia, that's not... What is this? That is the legs. Oh, this is the one I tried to just... Okay, here. 1, 2, 3... Where is you? That as well. Body, hey, oh, the halo. I haven't missed the halo yet. Borderline, swim ring, tail shape. Okay, grab all of these, and I'm just going to create a section from. So, when I'm doing the shadow, do I want to color burn this, or do I just want a hard shadow? Actually, what happens if I go color burning? Oh, why is this arm not being selected? Where is hand? Where is it? Here we go. And that's wrong there. It's feet indeed. Oh, that was a bit of a debate on whether I should do feet or not, but feet indeed. Lighten that up. Little. Okay, that's a little bit there. I want a shadow behind, right, where this arm is creating a shadow. Bu- bu- bum. Want the shadow against the side of the leg. Right against... I'm pretty sure shadow should be forming here. It's not really the right color, but I want to shadow this. That doesn't feel right. Like hard black it out though. I'll go color burn. See how that feels once I'm done with this. Add a little bit here and shave that out. Shadow against the... Alright, the bottom of foot should be hard shadowed where I can. Remove that a little bit against the toes. Why is there... What is that? That is water. That is my water layer just sticking up there. Well, that's a problem. The shadow should be along here. I'm not doing the boring right now. Leg. Darken out the bit not facing the sun. But also along here. And right into there. Right into here. Okay, let me also clean out the water here. I'm presuming this is water. Not this layer. This layer. Not this layer. Which layer is this? Okay, where's the visor? I want to miss the visor. Where the heck is it? There's way too many layers. Bu- 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 Where is the visor? I lost track of it. Oh, is it this? Okay, here we go. You. Let us add from here. I want to add a glow that I really want. Sunlight. How about I want for sunlight? Yellow or orange? Okay, I'm just gonna do that. Gonna... Oh jeez. I just like add a little bit onto... I want the light to hit harder against you. Actually, I need one, two, three. Where's head parts? Where's head? You. Lines. This one right. Okay, grab these. We're gonna go action. Turn this down a whole bunch, and we'll just light against here. Get, you know what? Sunlight right against her forehead. How about that? Make that glow a little bit. Increase the contrast there a bit. Against the outer side of her hand here. Against the knee here. Turn it down a bit more. That's kind of aggressive. Right against the top part of the hair here. We'll go a little bit against the hair here. How about a little bit right against where the glasses is here? Then maybe on this side of the leg, right here. And you know what? Toes. Let's have a right. Actually, not on the toes. Let's have on the. I don't know what I'm doing. How's that feel? Mostly matter just how it feels, right? I feel like I went way overboard with like the water. Okay, I should miss the halo. The halo's not been touched. Where's halo? Okay, first thing to do where is the halo? You. I need to come to here. Let me just grab color. Grab color. I'm going to change your line color so that you are. That is literally white. I'm going to go in towards the orange, and we're just going to go this way a little bit so that we have a orangish orange-ish outline. How's that feel? Then over the top of this, we're gonna go grab you. Going to expand the selected area by 5 pixels. By 10 pixels. We're going. Not too restrictive. I just freehand this. That's just free. See how it feels. Find out how it feels before I miss a bit more. Okay, we're gonna take an orange here. We're gonna take a glow, and we are going to put a glow layer around the halo behind her head. I really want to put it around the edges of the halo. Turn that down a whole bunch. How's that feel? It actually, did it be light reflecting from the halo onto her ears? Not really, right? Okay, don't want to miss more with her hair highlight. Where is head? Oh gee, you. Great selection. We're just gonna go over to the top here. We'll go highlight. Bup, bup, bup. Okay, we want a bit of light right against her hair here. a little bit of that right there. I want to do anything on the top of her head. I'd like just a light brushing onto the opening here and here. I want light coming from the halo. I really don't think I do a little bit right along the top here. Just a amount of light in the hair here and along here. Okay, how do I feel about that? Okay, it's really just a matter of can I figure out what the heck is happening down. You know what? Be a little bit lazy. Let's go over to Clip Studio, see if I can find a bubble brush. Find some water effects. I'd like to work out how to do the spray. I do have a water spray brush. What is this? No, one. That's right. Where is? Give me you. Give me color from there. I should go underneath this. One thing I'm thinking is I can actually go like this out. If I make this a normal layer, but we'll just kind of merge together. And then if I actually just combine these two layers and then turn it back into a butterfly layer, I'll turn it back into this. Then if I go along this and I just right on top of you, create selection. Want to, where are you? To color, and we just want to go where? Then we'll go into here. Put a shadow a little bit over the top of us. Where's the waterline? Can I make a waterline layer? Where's that? Probably this layer. No, not that layer. Is it this layer? Not this layer. Where the heck did I put it? Is it this layer? It's not this layer. Ah. Not on top of this. Is it this layer? This. How do I feel about it? Bup, bup. Bup, bup, bup. want to smudge the water that's like coming up a little bit. We could give it a smudge job. Alright, well, let us go over to here. I want to look at brushes. I want to current stage look for a free brush. A bubble. A bubbler bubble. That was a factor. Bubble brush. Give these a go. Alright, let's just see how these feel. I'm just going to download a couple of these. Water droplets. Brush? Just a brush. Soap bubbles, foam bubbles. Okay, just let those download for a moment and just see how they feel. I'm gonna wait for them to download. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. I renamed us. Alright, let's play around with these bubble brushes a little bit. Okay, that's too realistic, I think. That's aggressive. This one says a sport background, so let's just have a look at... that might actually want to go below everything. I'm going to use that. What about this one? Alright, dump that over there. Bum, 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 bum. I think what I can do is if I go behind absolutely everything. So get rid of this layer and then I'm gonna go down to here, just above the skybox. If I then go screen. Turn it down. It actually doesn't look completely insane. It looks a little insane, but not completely insane. So I increase the density. I actually want a couple of these different layers. Just like in front of different parts. There's the legs. Okay, so behind the legs here, we'll go a second bubble layer, which was what, a screen of like 40-ish%. A little bit around the place, just like very lightly dot them in. I feel like I still need a second layer for like the under the water here, because if you look, whether you're implying is deep or not, I feel like you still need to go to create a gradient here. Okay, do I want to mess up anything else at this current stage? What happens if I put a blur over the clouds? What actually, what does that do? I'm curious. Does it make it more? I actually kind of like that effect on the clouds. Actually, not a bad effect, is it? Oh boy. Hello there, how you doing? Okay. So, let me just make a separate version of this, so I can flatten some of the parts down. Okay, so let's see if it'll behave if I flatten some layers. What is this layer doing right now? Is it even in this layer? There is something. Why is... Oh, right, that's the... Can I flatten this out completely? Okay, so then if I go... lasso... right along here. Then we want to go... blur. Alright, well, before that, let me go through these lines. Okay, I want a brow. Is that not the best way to do it? Okay, let's do it. I'm going to clip onto the line layer specifically to change the colors of the lines here. Use a brown here instead. Do I want it along here? I actually want to do a different color here. I've considered it now that it's on Steam, but I haven't tried it yet. I've only very vaguely read one manga of it, which I think was like some spin-off food focus one. I mean, I know what it is. I feel like I don't need to color this line over the top of it's in the water. I can actually leave that, I think. Or much this in a bit lighter. Airbrush it, brush it over instead then. I'll just leave that like that for a moment. You know what, let's just make the... I mean, from what I understand of the Uma Musume gacha game, I think it's like, what, a little closer to how the Idol Master ones kinda generally flow in terms of the game loop. At least that's my impression of it. From the outside, having without touching it. Because I was at the training period into the race, effectively. Give me this color. it down a little bit. Okay, I want to go along her. Then I want to probably use a lighter orange here. I'm gonna go along the line right along the here. That's too light. That's along here. Here. Along the side, hitting the light. Go along the bit setting the lights. Drop that down a little bit. Go along here. Go along here. Go along the head here. Probably want to keep the bits covered behind. You don't want to mess with the line a little here. But that's behind the visor. I want to keep the bits that's around the back shadow. I like that. Oh boy, that's a lot of light. Not you. You. Okay, does that sparkle and please with me right now? Okay, that then I want to go. That was the best I could go about this. Where is you? We're going to give this a blue grayish, little bit of peak job along the just to mellow out the, ideally mellow out the line a little bit. Mellow out the line there and mellow against here. You just and then just here a little bit. All right, how do I feel about that? Okay, I feel pretty good with this actually at this point. Okay, so I do have another thing to work on, but there's also something I do want to watch tonight, so I'll just finish up here instead of just me being critically distracted while I'm working, because it's actually on right now. Let's go ahead and finish here. As for next time, next week, it'll be the usual. I'll think about it probably before starting stream. Just more of how I usually function. A fair chance of it still being something summer related, because every single franchise is trying to ride the good old summer high to throw swimsuits out to try and take the good old dollar bills from people's wallets. Well, it's not really like that, is it? It's always the credit cards because everything's online because of mobile games. Yeah, I have another think about what to work on next week. I'll go from there. Maybe it'll be more swimsuits, maybe it will not be more swimsuits. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of coloring. Finishing up the detailed coloring. Let's see if there's more swimsuits to go around next week, or we'll go back to something else. Mostly just think about where to do something else. Depending on the scale, I feel like I'm reaching the point where maybe I should touch. Actually, no, I used live 2D a whole bunch during the baseball. I don't think I'm due to like do any of that for a little bit. I'll have a think about it. It'll be the usual. I'll think about what to do before stream next week. So we'll just finish up early here. So if you want to see more of my stuff, remember to be subscribed or following depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like, cause it helps me out. I'll see you again next time.